been keeping my eye on this tomato plant over the last few weeks. It started getting really yellowing leaves. They've all gone a bit blotchy and they're also a little bit crispy, but that could be due to windburn, and we do get plenty of that. I've also checked under all leaves just to make sure there's no aphids, because they can also start to destroy your leaves. You'll find them underneath more often than not, but there's no signs of those either. So we've been giving it plenty of feed, just trying to make it grow a bit better, and we've now got lots of new top growth and more flowers. So basically what I'm going to do now, because it's such a slow start to the season, is I'm just going to cut away these yellowing leaves. They're not going to get any better, and will force this plant to put energy into new growth and fruiting. I'm just going to cut everything away that's got any yellowing on it at all. Make this plant look a lot better as well. It's no worse than coming out and looking at your plants and they don't look very good. That's off-putting as it is. I am going to leave a couple of side shoots on though. We might get some late growth, and this definitely needs pinning up a bit better as well. That wind gets up, it could break what's left of this plant. So I'm just cutting everything away. Not much left to see, but we've got rid of all that bad foliage. I'm just going to redo this cane. It's leaning far too much for me. As you can see, it just wants to fall over. So we'll put it this side and wedge it in. And it's also trying to grow outwards. If you do this, don't do it too tight. You don't want to be cutting through that stem. I'll try and pull this a little closer, but not too much, as we're going to put too much strain on this plant. Just going to do one more a little closer to the top, and that should secure it enough for us. So a little bit of a tidy on that plant, and we've secured it a lot better as well. So we've just kept everything that can potentially give us fruit. And now we've got lots of clearance at bottom, and that tomato that's already growing is going to get a lot more energy put into it. This one's also got a bit out of control. I've not been taking side shoots off this one because I was trying to get it to bush out, but once again these bottom leaves aren't looking very good, so I'm going to get rid of these. And it's going to look a bit harsh, but we might as well concentrate on getting some fruit this year and taking a bit of strain off this plant at the same time. That's a really thick branch, that one, but it's coming off. We've got a few flowers on this plant, but not as many as I would have liked, so it's time for a bit of a change, I think. And again, this one is now getting too heavy. We are taking a lot off this. It's bent all to one side. So as you can see, we've took quite a lot off that. We're just leaving this top part, that's where all the flowers are. This plant is not going to get much bigger in a small container, so we might as well help this provide us with some fruit. It's really a tangled mess, this plant. It looks brutal, I know, but you can see now we've got flowers, and underneath those leaves we've cut off there are tomatoes growing, so now they're going to get a lot more light. And I'm leaving a couple of side shoots on again, so we might get a little bit of later growth if we ever get any sunshine. Now, I'm not telling people to do this to your plants, it's just what I want to do at this stage. So again, we've got a really cut back plant but still left those side shoots on, and all the top is all now flowers with some fruit coming at the bottom, so we'll leave that as it is. And I'm giving all tomatoes and peppers today a boost to calcium and magnesium, so I'm mixing CalMag with tomato food, so they'll also get some nitrogen feed as well, so that's a bit more weight off this plant's shoulders. So there we go, that's another one sorted out. and we'll see what we get in a few weeks' time. I've also got 3 more potatoes that we harvested quite recently. They're starting to chit now. That one is split anyway, but it's still growing chits. So we're going to do what we normally do and start the plants off in 2-litre pots. So old compost going back in. An handful of fish blood and bone in each. There'll not be much in way of nutrition left in here because it's old compost, so we have to amend it. Mixing that in a little bit. Then I'm going to make an hole about halfway down this container, and then in go those potatoes, chits up. Second one in. And his last one. Then I'll just top them all off. There's a few roots in here, but they'll break down as these plants start to grow. So I'm just going to level it out a little bit. I'm not compacting it down. Just breaking lumps up and leveling it out. And then we'll give them a good watering. And this has got tomato feed in it as well. So that's a little bit more nutrition to add to what we've put in. And then these are going propagator with those other 3. So now we've potentially got 6 more potato plants, haven't we? Which we can hopefully be harvesting in autumn. So we'll bang them in that propagator and we'll see how they all get on. Everything this year has got off to a really slow start. But if we do little jobs like this and take away foliage that's taking energy from that plant, then they're going to put more energy into flowers and fruit. And at this time of year, that's what we want. It's been a pretty bad year for tomatoes so far. We've had 1 cherry tomato and we've just got a few growing on each plant. So every effort is needed this year to ensure that we get a decent harvest before winter arrives. If you want to see how these plants get on now we've really heavily pruned them, then please hit the subscribe button, press that notifications bell, and I'll see you next time. Take care.